We can also transfer and share data between blend files without having to export and import again. And the way that we can do that is with appending and linking. So in this example, I just have a blank scene in Blender. And in another blend file, I have the bulldozer scene that we've been looking at in the last couple videos, except I've added a ground and a couple cubes. Now our goal for this is to get this bulldozer that we have in this project and bring it into the blank blend file so we can use it in a completely different scene. This is so we can reuse assets and it'll save us time modeling. So we have a couple ways of doing this. In this blank scene, the first way I'm going to do this is append to the file. So I'm going to go to File, down to Append, and then in the file browser, navigate to the folder you have the file in, and then click on the file. You'll notice inside the file that we have a number of different folders, and these represent the categories of data blocks that we looked at in the last video. So since we want to append to the object, we'll just go to the object folder and click on the bulldozer object, go over to the right, and click append from library. Now we have that bulldozer sitting right here in our scene. We can go into edit mode. With it selected, we can change all of the data, and it's like as if we made it in this blend file. Now this is really great and allows us to use assets over and over again. However, we can also link things, which means if we make changes in one blend file, it'll affect the other one as well. So let's delete this bulldozer and let's try linking the files instead. Let's go up to File, down to Link. You'll see that the file browser automatically opened up to where we were last, and we can click that bulldozer again. Click Link from Library, and now we have the object, but you'll notice that even if it's selected, we can't grab it, move it around, or go into edit mode. If you go into the object data or the materials, you'll see that it's completely grayed out. So we can't move or do anything with it. However, let's just save the file really quick, and look what happens when we make changes in the other blend file. So here I'm going back, and with this, let's just take the front of our bulldozer here and pull that forward a bit. Now if I save the file here and go back to this file, and go to File and Revert to reload this file, you'll notice that it changed here as well. And that way we can make changes, do animations, all of that stuff in one file, and just bring it into this one as an instance and not have to worry about any of the other objects in the scene. Now this is really handy, except we might want to move this around or do other things with it. And to do that, we need to make the object local, because right now it's only referencing that other blend file, and none of the information is available for us to edit here. So to do that, we can, with this object selected, go down to Object, up to Make Local, and then press Selected Objects. Once we do that, we can see that our materials are still grayed out, and we can't go into edit mode, even if I press Tab. However, we can move this around, we can scale it, rotate it, parent it to other objects, and anything like that. So that's most likely what you'll be wanting to do. Now we can also make everything local by just going to Object, Make Local, and choosing either selected objects and data, selected objects, data, and materials, or just all. So if I click all, it'll do this for all of the objects in the scene, and all of the data and all of the materials. So if I do that, it's exactly as if I had appended it in the first place instead of linked it. Now there's one last way to get objects between blend files that's really cool and super fast that I'd like to show you here. So I'm going to delete this bulldozer, and I'm going to go back to my other file, and with this object selected, I'm just going to press Control-C. And you'll see that we have a notification that says copied selected objects to buffer, and the copy buffer actually works between blend files. So I've copied that bulldozer, and in this file I can press Control-V and just paste that object right in, and that's going to append the object rather than link it. And just to show you that one more time, I'm going to do that with the rest of the objects in the scene. I can take the ground, the cubes, and the camera. I'll just press Control-C, come over here in my empty blend file, press Control-V, and there we go, we have all of the objects and all of the data blocks associated with it, like the materials, and we're ready to go.